Hey everybody, Sarah here. So it's the 6th of January, but this video probably won't go up, I'm going to schedule it to go up on the, probably the 11th, maybe, yeah, on the 11th. Yeah, so, it's almost been a year since I went to New York, which is crazy considering, like, I thought I'd never go there, or it would take me ages to get a chance to go there. And now it's been like a year since I've been there. And yeah, it's kind of crazy. And I was just looking at a few videos on YouTube. Cause I'd seen clips on telly of the snow out there. Well, I know there's definitely snow in New York. They said east eastern part of America, so it's not just New York, I don't think, but what I saw of it was New York. Yeah, so I can't even remember if I made a video about when I went there. I should have really looked, but anyway, this is like it's been a year kind of thing. So let's start, obviously start at the beginning. I booked the flight and the hotel. It wasn't like a package holiday, like through a travel agent, or like not in the travel agent. But I rang up. I was looking online first to see what the cheapest one was. So there was like British Airways, Virgin Atlantic. Those are the main two I could think of. I went to America. And I think it came up with like Thompson's or Thomas Cook or something, and Norwegian Airways, that was the other one. And it ended up being Norwegian Airways kept coming up, but I was like, I never heard of Norwegian. The funny thing is, I've seen it mentioned quite a few times now, Norwegian Airways or Norwegian Airlines. From flights to America, I'm like, yeah, now you tell me, like a year later. But back then, I was like, I never heard of it, and I was like, I'd rather go with an airline I've heard of than one I hadn't heard of. So it was like between British Airways and Virgin Atlantic, and I'm not sure what made me decide which one I did go for, but in the end, I went with British Airways, yeah, so I was going to do it online, but I was getting a bit confused with, I can't remember what I was getting confused with actually. There's something I was getting confused with. I think it might have been the whole resort tax or resort fee thing and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't sure. So I rang up the thing, because it said you can book like over the phone. I'm not good on phone. I mean, if I'm talking to somebody I know, yeah, of course I am. But somebody like I don't know, or if I don't know, whatever. But so ringing up like a travel estate agent, as I travel agent or a airline, and I was like, oh god, and I've spent the money as well. If you think about it, I got this all wrong and messed it up. That's my money. So we'll say that. So when I booked it, it was like the deposit, and then you could pay by certain dates. Anyway, because my mum was on about. Actually, my mum was saying to me about going to like Gran Canaria. And she was like, well, where do you want to go? Gran Canaria would be alright, so we've been there before. And I was like, that's the whole point. We've been there before. I don't want to go there again. Not in a nasty way, but I mean, I want to go somewhere different. So I mentioned Cyprus. I mean, I know I've been to Cyprus before. Or Skiathos or Skathos. But that's kind of expensive. Even though it's Greece. And it was kind of with however much. And I thought, well, if I'm going to go somewhere to spend that much, I'm going to go somewhere further. So I was like to my mum, New York, why don't we go to New York? So, I think it did take a lot of convincing, but she did need convincing. And I was like, if I'm going to go anywhere on holiday with you, well, I can't really call it a holiday because it was only a few days, but I said, if I'm going to go on holiday anywhere with you, it's going to be New York. New York or nowhere. I said, I've always wanted to go there. You've probably always wanted to go there. I mean, everybody wants to go there, unless they obviously live in New York. But, yeah. So I've always wanted to go there. And I remember my grandparents went. Oh God, I can't remember when they went. But my granddad's brother and sister-in-law lived out there because he worked in Manhattan. I think I got this memory that there's I can't remember when it was. It must have been late 90s or 2000, because I remember seeing look at the photos. This was before my grandparents went out there, and but they must have, my granddad's brother and sister-in-law must have like sent pictures back to them, like of where they lived around there. One of the apartments that I had, I can't remember where it was. Actually, I'm going to Google it. Hang on. Because I remember on the back of the picture, you know, when you have photos developed. That's how long ago it was. When you have photos developed, they wrote on the back where it was, and I'm sure it said Battery Park. But what I saw in the picture, I didn't realise was close to Battery Park. So I'm trying to look at that map. Well, I say Battery Park, but then it probably depends where the like apartment they had was. Battery Park. See, that's Battery Parking Garage. I can see on here. Well, it was around that way. It must have been pretty close. Yeah, so I'm not sure where exactly they lived. I just remember this picture of the view from out the window of this apartment, and literally below, it looks so close, but I mean, tall building, so close. I always remember being Twin Towers. Well, I would have said the World Trade Center, but there's a World Trade Center there now, but this is like the Twin Towers. Well, at least one of them I could see anyway. Probably both of them. I can't remember the photo like completely, but I just remember this picture, and I remember Battery Park written on the back. I can't remember the year. So that, yeah, they lived out there. Then my grandparents went out there. I have no idea. It was after 2003. I remember that. So they went out there sometime between 2003 and now, and my granddad's brother and sister-in-law live in New Jersey, or lived in New Jersey. They moved back now, but yeah, so they stayed in that place, and they obviously had to look around New York. I don't know. I know they probably did go to Manhattan, but they probably went to other parts as well. And I can't even remember how long they were out there for. So yeah, they went out out there then. And I remember saying back then, I think when they got back, I was like, I'd really love to go to New York. And I always remember my nan saying, you know, like in New York, it's it'd be boring for you. And I don't know, thinking back, maybe back then, I don't know, I can't even think how old I was. probably, well, I don't know, hang on, because I was probably like, um, teens, teens, late teens, well, in my teens anyway. So maybe they were thinking that's not the kind of things I like to go to. You know, they're probably thinking, oh, I'd like to go somewhere. Cyprus, beaches, swimming, all that kind of stuff. Sunbathing. But ever since my nan said that, in my head I'm like, I'm not going to find it boring. I want to go to New York. I know. I mentioned it to people saying I've always wanted to go to New York and all that. And in my head I was like, I'm not going to find it boring. I want to go to New York. Yeah, so that was always in my head, and then like I said, my mum was on about going somewhere. I said New York. We booked it for British Airways, and that's the thing that surprised me. When I was looking, they had all these like places, like all the what you call it, the parts like Times Square, Brooklyn, and whatever the other places were. And I was amazed. I can't say it was cheap, but it was cheaper than Times Square. Was cheaper than some other places that were coming up on there. So I was like, if you're gonna go to New York, you go to Times Square, don't you? So found a hotel. I was like kind of worried after I booked it, and I was looking at TripAdvisor, and I was like, people are really saying horrible stuff about this place. So I was kind of panicking when I got out there. Yeah, so I've done all that. I think a bit later, when I had a bit more money, I booked the what you call it, like the attractions, the you know, like where you want to go. And I had enough money for 2 places, for the 2 of us, for 2 places. And somebody told me, if you go to New York, you have to do the Empire State Building. You have to go up the Empire State Building. But me, I wanted to do the World Trade Center. The what's it called now? The One World Trade Center. That is what it's called, isn't it? One World Trade Center. I wanted to do that, so I was like, well, do one on one day and one on the other day, because we were doing flight was on the 11th, got there on the 11th, it was 12th, 13th, 14th, and we came back on the 15th. So it was like 4 nights, but we got pretty hard, you know what, I'll get to that in a minute anyway. So we were doing, booked the things, so the Thursday, well, I'll get to that when I see when we go out there anyway. Yeah, so got all that sorted, everything. That was like August time, leading up to December. Then it got around to January, and I was like, oh my god, it's almost time. And at my nan's birthday was on the 10th, or it is on the 10th, so we went out, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm going away tomorrow. I'm going to America tomorrow. Yeah, so I stayed with my mum's that night on the Tuesday night, and I can't remember. We got up early-ish to leave. Can't remember what time we left, but we went. Had to drive to Gatwick Airport, South Terminal, I think, right? But yeah, because I think it was South Terminal, because I remember they were changing the terminals, and from like either the day we were going, I think it was the day we were going, that was the day it swapped over to the South Terminal. So I was like, I hope they're right. But yeah, we were right, thankfully. So yeah, we got dropped off. Well, yeah, it was kind of crazy, because when you're on the motorway, or whatever road it is, you go past Heathrow, and I was like, oh, it was a bit further, isn't it, Gatwick? So I've been from Gatwick before, but it was years ago. And yeah, we're heading out towards Gatwick then, like all these planes coming over. I mean, we weren't close to Gatwick, but we were going to Gatwick, and these planes were coming over really low, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. Yeah, so like I said, we got dropped off at Gatwick South Terminal, and I remember they got these like escalators. No, hang on. Yeah, I was thinking elevators and escalators, and escalators, steps, kind of thing. Well, they got the ones that move, the flat ones that move across the ground. Like moving walkways, I guess most people call them. I remember I had to go on that. So I stepped onto it, my suitcase, like the pull-along one, and I can't even remember how it happened, but I ended up like not tripping, but like I stumbled like that. I was like, well, what's going on? My mum was laughing at me. Anyway, headed up to the check-in, done all that, and the funny thing is, every time my mum goes on holiday, the thing always goes off. The when you go for the security bit, that always goes off, and then she had to go through like the other one. You got like the main one you go through, and then there's this other one. And she was saying every time I go on holiday, it always goes off for me, and I have to go into this other one. So I hate the things. I mean, I make sure I'm not wearing anything that's got metal on it, like so like try not to wear jeans, because that's how those zips and buttons on jeans probably don't even set them off, but that's how logical I am about it, that it'll go off if I'm wearing jeans. But I can't even remember what I was wearing that day anyway. Yeah, so I make sure I'm not wearing a watch or anything, or if I am, I'll take it off and all that kind of stuff. Didn't go off for me. Went off for my mum, so I had to laugh. I was like, went off for you, did it? You said it was going to go off for me, went off for you. So I done that. And we went to the departure lounge, and it was like on 2 levels. And I was like, oh, like a Starbucks, can I have a Starbucks? Guess what? It didn't open till February. This was January. It didn't open till February. And then my mum was on about having a. I'm sure it said to do with Wetherspoons. I'm sure she said Wetherspoons, because so I'll have a drink a day. She'll have a drink, because I don't drink. And it wasn't there. I think it was hadn't opened yet or something. Literally, like they were I don't know if they were refurbishing it or opening one there later on at some point. So yeah, so we ended up at, I remember having a hot chocolate from somewhere, and she had whatever she had. Yeah, so we done that, and then like go on a plane and all that, and I was like I said, if I'm gonna go on an airline, I'm gonna go on British Airways. I also forgot. Leading up to then, there was this thing on the news about cabin crew or there could be strikes, cabin crew strikes, and they mentioned British Airways, and I was like, that's not going to affect us. And then they said from the 10th of January to whenever, or the 11th of January to whenever, and I was like, really? You're kidding me? It's going to be like muck our plans up. But thankfully it didn't. Yeah, so like there was a flight, lovely meals. I mean, people, I don't know, I don't know if I'm weird, but I like plain food. Plain food as in aeroplane food, not plain food. Yeah, I can't even remember what I had on the way out. I think it was like curry on the way out, some kind of curry, and on the way back it was either curry or some rice thing, and my mum had, pasta thing I think it was, and my mum had the pasta thing and I had the curry. Yeah, so it was that, and then normally when I've been on holiday as well, you have like the TV like there along, in the aisle, but like up there, so it goes up when obviously you land and all that. Or sometimes it's just for there as well, if I remember right. But for some reason, since whenever, if you go on a flight that's like 4 hours or 5 hours, if it's a short haul flight, well, I think it was a short haul flight, you don't get the onboard entertainment. I think you probably get like the radio like channels on your seat thing, but you don't get the TV thing, which really annoyed me because I love watching whatever thing was on, if there was anything good on. Yeah, and even when I went to Cyprus and Greece, they didn't have this the onboard in-flight entertainment. So I was like, well, at least they go with 2 on this, because it's a long haul flight. I was at 6 or 7 hours, or was it 8? I think it was 7 hours. I know it was quicker coming back, or quicker out and longer coming back, or the other way around, I can't remember. So yeah, I was seeing what I was seeing what was on the movies on there. Probably looked to see what was on the TV thing. I can't remember what was on the TV. I don't think there was much I wanted to watch on the TV thing. Can't even remember if there was a Doctor Who episode on it. And if it was probably like, I don't know, because I'd watch Doctor Who, whoever was in it. But if it was David Tennant, I'd make a point to watch it, if you know what I mean. So I don't think there was Doctor Who on there. But there wasn't much on the TV thing that I'd watch. But then it was the films I was looking at, and Mamma Mia, Florence Foster Jenkins, or have I just got that name the wrong way around, I can't remember, and Bridget Jones' Baby. So there was like time for 2 on the way over and 1 on the way back, or 1 on the way over and 2 on the way back. On the way over, so I decided, Mamma Mia, I'm going to watch Mamma Mia, and I'm going to watch Bridget Jones' Baby. So I was like, Meryl Streep, Patrick Dempsey, Pierce Brosnan, Colin Firth. Obviously Patrick Dempsey's not in Mamma Mia, but I mean, he's in Bridget Jones' Baby. So in that time, that flight, going over there, I got to see Meryl, Pierce, Colin, Patrick. I paused then, not because I forgot Patrick, I was just thinking Colin's in both. Yeah, at that point, yeah, my mum seen Mamma Mia loads of times, got me to watch it. But she hadn't seen Bridget Jones' Baby. And I know she's seen the other 2 Bridget Jones films. So I was like, you have to watch this. Because I'd already seen it when I went to see it at the cinema. Yeah, so watched that on the flight, and like food and all that. Probably slept. I think I slept. Yeah, and then we got to the airport. That was crazy busy. Because I think about it, it's just as busy. Like if you go from when you land back at Cardiff Airport, that's kind of busy, and that's a much smaller airport. Yeah, so we got there, and then there was like the whole thing with the fingerprints, like not fingerprints, like you put the ink on there. It's like the you know, like on iPhones where you put the Touch ID kind of thing, but you do the same kind of thing but with all your fingers on both hands. So yeah, there was that, and then we obviously got our places. Then we had to go to the desk about the transport ticket stuff. It was like a minibus. Yeah, and then we were heading out of the terminal. I think it was Terminal 7. I know we went back from Terminal 7. I think we landed at Terminal 7 as well. Yeah, so when you leave the airport and you're like looking around, like but besides the fact you're on the opposite side to the road, then back here, and inside Cyprus is the same as here, with the side of the road. So yeah, I remember like heading away from the airport, and like when you're looking around at that point, you know, you could be, if it was on the same side of the road, you're thinking, well, you're in the UK somewhere like London or wherever, you know, or even around where I live, it could be somewhere like that. I don't even think I slept until we got, well, I don't think I slept on the journey to from the airport to a hotel. Yeah, so like, you know, so far, like I said, I can't remember even seeing the signs. That's but I knew it was dark. But yeah, I got out so far, and you think we could be back in the UK. And then like looking, I think I'm pretty sure we were going over a bridge. I just can't remember what bridge it was. It wasn't Brooklyn Bridge or anything like that. But I just remember going over this bridge. Well, yeah, it must have been a bridge, because pretty sure there was a river underneath, so there must have been a bridge. I don't think it was just a road. Yeah, so we were going over that, and I just remember looking out the window, and I was like, you know, all you could see are these really tall buildings, and I mean, a house is tall, but these are really tall. Yeah, and I was like, bloody hell, I'm in New York. that was what went through my head, was, bloody hell, I'm in New York. Yeah, so like, I think everybody that everybody on that minibus, they must have been first timers in New York, because everybody was like, oh my god, look at that. Yeah, so that was crazy. And then like you actually get into like, oh, you know, in the middle of all these buildings. And I just remember, as we got to Times Square, and all these, you got these, it was like the sun, can't think of the word I'm trying to think of, but like, all you just see these bright lights, and I was like, oh my god, we're in Times Square. You know, it was kind of crazy, and obviously I knew we're near a hotel, but the roads there are crazy, because I mean, you can't go down that way. You have to go a bit further. All I'm saying is, on the way back, when we left the hotel, we must have been past our hotel about 4 or 5 times, picking people up. Not from our hotel, but from other hotels. But we went past it that many times, or at least past the road it was on, and I could see the hotel from the, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we got to the hotel, and it was not as bad as people were making it out on TripAdvisor and all that. And I was like, so we got that sorted. Took our cases up. We were hungry, so we got a McDonald's. I wanted a KFC, but I couldn't find. I have no idea where there was a KFC around it. I mean, I could have looked on my phone, I suppose. Probably did look on my phone, but I could not find the KFC. I mean, there were Starbucks, there were McDonald's, there were Shake Shacks, there were I'm trying to think of the ones last year that I don't know. What else was there? There was loads I could see there. I couldn't find a KFC, so we had a McDonald's. I mean, if I had a McDonald's here, I'd have chicken nuggets and chips and a milkshake. I think the milkshake was much bigger there. The chips, I think there was obviously quite a few more chips or fries. And what was the other thing? And the chicken nuggets. I think here you'd get like, if you had a kids thing, like a Happy Meal, it'd be 4. If you have like the normal chicken nuggets and chips or fries, it would be 6. And I think in this McDonald's there was like 10, and I was like, I was hungry, but I couldn't eat it all. Yeah, so had something to eat and a drink, and had a look around, and it was drizzly, so I can't even remember what time we ended up going back to the hotel. I mean, it wasn't late, but it wasn't early, I don't think. I can't remember. So yeah, so we went back to the hotel, went to bed and all that. Yeah, and then the next morning, we got a drink, and see, I'm a fussy eater when it comes like to, when you have breakfast somewhere, or I think breakfast out there, people would have like waffles or pancakes or stuff like that. And I ended up having pizza. I think I ended up having pizza, and I mean, slice of pizza here is about like probably like that size, or maybe a bit bigger. Well, My hands are small, but it probably that size. That'd be a slice of pizza, yeah. If you go to a pizza place here and get pizza, and they cut it, that'll be like the size of it. The slice of pizza out there for $1, which I thought that's good for $1, and it was like, we have a pizza, and they cut it into quarters. It was like a quarter of a pizza. That was a slice, and I was like, bloody hell. So yeah, I had that. Yeah, and then on the Thursday, it was kind of chilly, so like I had my jacket on. I can't find my scarf and gloves, but I had my jacket on, and we were going to the World Trade Center. Yeah, so we walked there, took a few pictures, then we went to the World Trade Center, and the thing, like, go up the elevator, and like, I think, yeah, went outside to the place, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we done all that, took more pictures, and then we had to look around when we come out of the place, and then you go down steps or escalators, and there was like the shopping centre, or a mall, or mall, or however you pronounce it. We call it a shopping centre, yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if there was one there. Yeah, there was one there before, like when the Twin Towers were there. But I don't know if it was actually there, or if it was like somewhere else near the World Trade. I mean, obviously it was near it because it got what you call it with like the whole 9/11 thing. But I don't know if it was exactly the same place where this shopping centre was. Yeah, so we got kind of lost trying to get out of there. And then when we were trying to head back towards the hotel, I had to take my coat off. Me and my mum had to take our coats off because the sun was out. This is crazy. January. We had all 4 seasons when we were out there, literally. Which I'll get on to after. Well, I say after, but a bit later on during this. So, yeah, we got back. What else did we do? I think we had to sit down because, I mean, our legs were aching by that point. And I know one of the days, I can't remember if it was that day, but one of the days I remember putting the telly on to see what was on, and they had Grey's Anatomy on. It wasn't ABC, that's what confused me. It wasn't ABC. I can't remember what channel it was. And they had Grey's Anatomy on. And I thought, oh, this is going to be a newish episode, like post Patrick's empty. And I remember having this. I think my mum was. I think there was a couple of episodes on. It must have been on all day. And when I put it on, I think my mum had fallen asleep, and I've seen what was on, and it came on, and I just remember watching it and thinking, is this an old one or is this a new one? And no, that's it. It came up saying Grey's Anatomy, but it must have been adverts or something. And then when it came on, and I was like, Patrick Dempsey, and I was like, it's the old one, it's not Patrick Dempsey. Yeah, so I was like watching that until my mum woke up. So I watched probably about 2 episodes, but I cannot remember what episode it was. I really can't remember. Yeah, so then obviously went out and did other stuff that evening. Following day, we didn't have anything planned, so we were just having a look around. My mum, oh my god, when we were having a look around, like the streets, and she came across Trump Tower, didn't she? So every time you walk around, she's like, I have to get a picture of this, I have to get a picture of this. Whose bloody phone did she use to get the pictures, even though she had her own one? Mine. So I can't remember, I must have got rid of the pictures now, of blooming Trump Tower. And people know me, they know I can't stand the man. I hate him, seeing him on... We have news in this country that's supposed to be about our country, and things around the world. But what's it full of? It's full of him. I bet the bloody news over in America is not full of blooming Theresa May and Jeremy Corbyn and Boris Johnson, whoever else. But our news is full of him. Anyway, yeah, she want pictures of that. We went to Central Park and all that. Um, and yeah, the thing is, the two things I wanted to do, and I was like, I don't want to do um, uh, anything. Well, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go back one of those two places, either of those two places, on the Friday, because it was Friday the 13th. And I mean, I'm not suspicious. I'm not superstitious, but I was like, you know, if I'm here Friday the 13th, I'm not thinking, oh, something's gonna happen like that. But I was like, I'm not going up a skyscraper on that day. You know, I'm not. So that day we like went to Central Park and all that. Saw Bow Bridge. Mum was like, why do you want to take a picture of the bridge for? And I was like, it's been, actually I can't remember if it was in Enchanted. It probably wasn't Enchanted. But I was like, it was in Glee. It was where Finn and Rachel had their date, or they met up anyway. So I was like, Finn and Rachel, Corey and Leah. So yeah, I had to get a picture of that. What did I get a picture of? Got quite a few pictures there. Yeah, so we've done all whatever we've done that day. I'm confused on what day am I on? Yeah. And that evening it was like getting really chilly, and I was like, I didn't have my gloves or whatever. They were back in the hotel. And we're like, I went, you know, some of the things got the time and the temperature comes up, and it was like 30 something degrees. But then I remembered America do it in degrees Fahrenheit, whereas here we do it in degrees Celsius. So I was like, when I get back, I'll have a look on my phone to see what that's equivalent to. I had to look. It's equivalent to 0, like literally freezing. So yeah, anyway, following day, we were going to Empire State Building. You know, we'd done that. We got but hang on. When I was in the World Trade Center, I bought a. How I bought my mum bought? Oh yeah, we got a photo thing done, and I got a not like I can't remember. No, I didn't buy that there. What did I buy then? It must have just been a photo. Because no, I did buy an ornament of the World Trade Center, but I think that might have been from a shop. So I don't think it was from me, because I remember. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I went. Yeah, went to the thing, and then me and my mum both got a calendar. I think my mum got a calendar. I definitely got a calendar, and something. And I looked around a few shops. Oh yeah, as we were coming out of the Empire State Building, I was like, does that look? It was like a few like white bits coming down. And I was like, that's not what I think it is. And then we went in. No, we didn't. We were in Macy's, but no, there was another place we went in. It's not New Look. I don't think there was a New Look out there. My mum wanted to get something. I can't remember what shop it was. She got it from. And like when we were in there, I was like, that really does look like what I think it is. When we got outside, it was snowing. It was snowing. And this is what I mean about the things. It rained when we arrived. The following day it was chilly, but then the sun came out and it was warm. The day after, it was freezing. Then that day, on the Saturday, it was snowing. I mean, it didn't snow all day, but it did snow. I was like, this is crazy. 4 seasons in 4 days. Yeah, so, you know, we've done that. I looked around the shops, had food, all that kind of stuff. Oh, and we went to the Rockefeller Center. I looked inside, we didn't go up to the thing. We went into the, where the shops are, and we looked in the ice rink and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and that's another thing. I was reading something the other day, and they were like, okay, there's the Empire State Building, there's World Trade Center, but to get the best view, you go to the top of the rock, which I think was the Rockefeller Center. And I was like, oh, for the 360-degree view. And that's what confused me now, because I was like, whatever one of those buildings you go up, you see the view like 360 degrees. And not only that, I can't remember how tall that place is, but the tallest one is the World Trade Center, which I went up anyway. So I got a bit confused with like saying that's the one to go up, not the other two. I mean, they all saying don't go up the other two, but they're saying that's the one to go up. Anyway, yeah, so we done that. Yeah, and then the following day was like our last day where we had to be out the room by a certain time. And then you know, like having a look around again, do all the usual touristy stuff. And then we were getting picked up, and like we're heading back to the airport and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, that's another thing. They were on about printing the things off, which I done at the hotel. And then they what was it? Yeah, and then when you get to the airport, we were the last people off the minibus, by the way, when we got to the airport, because we were everybody else was like Terminal 1, Terminal whatever, Terminal 7. Yeah, and when we got in there, they're like, oh, you have to go to the thing, the computer thing, and get your tag things printed off and put on your cases and all that. So we done that, and then we have to go to the check-in desk, and they said, oh, don't bother about that, and then they put theirs on. I was like, well, why did we just bother taking our time doing all that when you're doing it anyway? I didn't say that to them, but I mean, I was thinking that. Yeah, so then we were back in the departure lounge. I say back in the departure lounge. That's the first time in the departure lounge there. And we had to look around all the places there. Yeah, and then we had our flight home. And then I had a sleep on the way back. And not only that, there was hardly anybody in economy on the way back. Well, there wasn't that many people on the way out, I don't think. But on the way back, it wasn't anybody. And they said, if you want, you can stretch out on the chairs. So my mum moved over like to the middle aisle, the middle row, and stretched out. And then I was stretched out where I was. And yeah, that was a good sleep. I mean, normally you're like in a chair sitting up like sleeping, but yeah. Like I said, I watched Florence Foster Jenkins. Yeah, and what else I was going to say about yeah, that was really our trip out there. I want to do it again, but because when we went, it was we came back on the 15th of, well, actually, we came back on the 15th. By the time we got back to the UK, it was like the 16th. But it was like the 15th. We left America on the 15th of January. So we were in the time when it was like still Obama. Thank God. And like, well, actually recently my mum was on about going away somewhere again, and she was like, oh, we can go to New York if you want. I'm not going back to New York for the next, well, I'm saying hopefully 4 years. I said, I'm not going to New York while Trump still runs that country. And as much as I want to go there, I'm sticking by it. I mean, if I'm going to go around that side of the world, I'll go to Canada. I'm not going to anywhere in America until either the next, well, I say the next 3 years now, and then, or if he gets impeached. I don't know what word I was going to say then, but that's the word I mean. Yeah. And what was the other thing I was going to say was, yeah, when we got out there, well, I was going to find a toilet. And obviously there's me, like, coming down to toilets. They don't call them toilets out there, do they? The restrooms. Oh, we were having this laugh about the toilets, about how they flush when you don't expect them to, and I was like, didn't when I was in there, or just when I was in there. Yeah, so I don't think I've forgotten anything. Probably have. 45 minutes I've been going on about that. Yeah, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, so that's my kind of throwback to last year. And this will be, well, I'm scheduling this to go up on the 11th, which is whatever day it is. No, it would have been Wednesday last year, so it was a Thursday this year, I think. Yeah, so I'll see you in my next video, which will go up the following day. I'm not going to film it until next week, but it'll go up the following day. Yeah, so we'll see you then. Bye bye.